And finally, the back player. Back player is going to have the largest pack possible. He's going to go out with anywhere from 9 to 12 pods, or even at that, more. The back player wants to shoot as many people in as much paint as possible. He's going to carry as much as possible. He's going to drop it. He's going to keep his fronts from getting shot. He's going to keep his mids from getting shot. Back players want the largest tank possible. 20 ounce is going to give you a good 800 shots before you're going to run out of CO2. Back players want the largest tank possible. This is an 88 5,000 PSI tank. You're going to get unlimited shots with this before you run out. Back player is going to be shooting so much paint, tank's going to be a little bit bigger, but he is going to be your best friend, especially if you're a front or you're a mid player. You want this guy slinging as much paint as possible. Padding is optional for the backman. The backman is going to be usually your older guy, your bigger guy, and he's going to not care. He's going to be so far back throwing so much paint that he really does not need as much padding as your front and your mid. Paintball equipment. We're going to cover the standard equipment that all players are going to like to have. You can wear any kind of gloves you want. Baseball gloves, football gloves, but you want something comfortable and you don't want something bulky. Paintball gloves are going to have a lot of protection, especially right in the front of the fingers. They're going to be very snug. Jerseys. There are many jerseys out there. All of them are going to be long sleeve to cover your arms. They're going to be comfortable, and they're going to be multiple designs. Choose the one that's right for you. Most fields nowadays do require that you have long sleeves on to cover your arms. Paintball pants. They're sturdy. They have double stitching for durability, longer life. Paintball player is going to spend a lot of times on his knees. Most paintball pants are going to come with padding in the knees, and they're going to come with paddings in the shins. Paintball pants are going to be comfortable and have full length to them. Most fields do require that you have full length pants on at all times. Now when you're playing paintball, you can wear anything you want as long as you've got full sleeves and full pants to cover yourself. These are new. This is a hot item. These are the ACUs. You look good and you're a threat out on the field. Same with the pants. Pants are covering your whole leg. They have durable stitching in them because you know you're going to be playing rough and tough. Paintball cleats. You want to have a good pair of shoes. You want something that's going to cover your at least a 3/4 ankle or a full ankle, like on a high top. Most injuries happen on the paintball field are going to be your ankle because you're running around so much and you're making quick turns to chase someone down. Cover your feet very well. Have the best possible shoe that you can find. Like I said, a good 3/4 top or a high top to protect your ankles. Paintball mask. All fields require that you have a full face paintball mask with ear protection and a good set of lenses. Always check your lenses for any hairline cracks. These goggles are a non-thermal lens, meaning it will fog up. Cold days, you're chasing people, you're breathing heavy, you're going to fog your lenses. Here's an example of a thermal lens. Won't fog up, 260-degree visibility. You can see out of your peripheral vision. You're going to have clear visibility. You are going to pay a little bit more, but it's worth it not to have your lenses fog up when you're chasing that person. This is a standard pneumatic paintball gun. It's a mechanical operation. Pneumatic means it's air assisted. Every time I pull the trigger, you're opening up a valve to propel the paintball. This is a very standard marker used by most fields for rental guns. This is something that you can keep playing with, but you're not going to have a high rate of fire. It's going to shoot as fast as you pull the trigger. This is a high-end tournament gun. It's an electric pneumatic gun. Electric pneumatic means it's run by a circuit board. This gun is capable of over 30 balls a second. The maintenance on this is a little bit higher end than your rental gun or your basic starter gun. This is your standard hopper. It's a 200-round gravity-fed hopper, meaning there's nothing to propel the paint down the tube. Sometimes you have to shake it. These are a very inexpensive hopper and great for the first-time player. This is a motorized hopper, capable of reaching speeds of over 22 balls a second. It does take batteries and it does force the paint out there. A lot more expensive, but if you want the paint to feed your gun, this is what you want. As you can see, there's a big variety of paint, but what's important is the quality. There's a low end to a high end. Low quality paintball is something that you're going to be shooting in your backyard or something to practice with. Mid-grade paint, it's going to shoot better than the low grade. It's a better quality, great for recreational play, and also great for team practice. High-grade paint, it's going to have a high accuracy, it's going to be better than the mid-grade, a little bit more expensive, but when it comes to breaking on your opponent, that's what paint you want to shoot. I'm going to cover it up.
Speak up.
All right, I'll speak up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cinch down my barrel sleeve so that this is safe, so I have no accidental firing. Okay. Next, I'm going to add my 20-ounce tank. I'm going to take this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to screw it into the tank. Tank is in. Good. We're going to put our hopper on. We're going to make sure it's on snug. Gun is ready to go. I'm going to take it, load up my paint. I always like to tip it to an angle so I don't spill. Grab my pod, flip it open, and pour in. Close lid, close lid, ready to go. Broken balls in your barrel is going to cause a big inaccuracy. You're going to watch your balls go left, right, or all over, or just nothing but spray coming out your barrel. Best thing to do is have a squeegee in your back pocket. Stuff it in your barrel, pull it back out, voila, you're clean. Put your squeegee back in your back pocket. If you're using a rental gun, please don't disassemble your marker to clean it out. Take it to the nearest field judge and they'll most likely help you out. Hi, it's Jonathan Logan again, and we're here to talk about frequently asked questions from new paintball players. The question I hear the most is, what gun do I want to get started with? If you're a new player, cost is always an important factor into that decision. I would look at a small pneumatic marker. Something easy to handle, something easy to clean, something to always give you fun, never break down. If price is not an issue, go with a lower end electronic gun. With these guns, the rate of fire will be higher, the cost will be a little bit more expensive. The second question I always hear a lot is, what's the difference between CO2 and compressed air? CO2 is a liquid gas. You're using the evaporated gases to propel the paintball. It is cheaper, it is dirtier. Compressed air, the tanks are a lot more expensive, more efficient, and better for your paintball gun. You will see a higher amount of accuracy from compressed air. Compressed air is cheaper to fill, tanks last longer. And CO2 is more temperamental with changing weathers. With compressed air, it's more consistent and reliable. Number 3, are one kind of goggles better than another? Answer, yes. You always want to have a good thermal lens on your goggles. Thermal lens means that you're not going to fog up. You're going to have better vision, better maintenance. Other than that, you always want to have a good pair of goggles that are comfortable for you. Remember, eye protection is the #1 safety in our sport. Here's some questions to ask yourself. Do they have good visibility? Do they have good ear protection? Do they have good full face protection? Okay. Can you breathe okay? Are you comfortable wearing those goggles? And of course, you always got to look good. The last question I'm always asked is, what is my next upgrade? I would always suggest a good barrel. Barrel to paint match is the best thing that you could have. A better barrel means better accuracy, better shots. Next thing I would go with is I would go to a larger tank. If you're just stuck with a gravity-fed hopper, the next upgrade is going to be a motorized hopper.